And I'm Jay and Jeffco. We went to Southern Avenue in Southeast D.C. to report on a home invasion. Several people held hostage overnight. Well, the story took an abrupt turn when our team of Bruce Johnson and photographer Danielle Gill were attacked by a woman from inside the home.
Bruce joins us now on set. And Bruce, this is not what you expect when you go out to your regular.
More than 35 years, first time I've been punched on the job, outside of the newsroom. We were maced. Then both of us were struck by a single punch. But first, before we get to that, let's get to the story that took us to the 4200 block of Southern Avenue in Southeast. D.C. police say that at about 2 o'clock this morning, 3 people arrived at a residence and were met by 4 gunmen as they opened the door. Inside, 5 people already being held hostage. Police are not saying what, if anything, was taken, but there were physical assaults, and a male inside the house, according to police, was sexually assaulted. Fast forward here. You're looking at a woman who's in the window. She's yelling at Danielle Gill and myself. We're standing out on the sidewalk. She's telling us to get away. And then for some strange reason, the woman comes out of the house, and let's take a look at what happens after that.
I asked you to leave, and I'm not gonna say it again. Bye, 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 bye. Bye.
Stop.
Bye.
I'm on the street.
I'm telling you goodbye.
Miss, we're on a pump.
I don't care. Goodbye. I'ma tase your neck. I'm telling you bye. I'ma pop out you. I will slap you.
Okay. No.
I will knock this camera. I'm
No. You can't do that, please.
You can't. Don't do that.
Don't
touch me.
Please don't
touch me.
I got that. I got that. I've got her. I've got it.
Don't record my house. I'ma knock the out you. Goodbye.
I got it. We're gone.
Goodbye.
We're going to assume that people passing along Southern Avenue must have seen what was happening. Of course, they saw what was happening. They called police. Police were arriving as we were leaving. Don't know who the young woman was in that video. It's possible, just possible, she could have been one of those people held hostage at gunpoint inside the house. Now, I talked to neighbors before that attack. They say the family, a man and woman, and some siblings had not lived there very long, maybe a few months. A guy who says he cut their grass says they were good people.
Anybody know who this woman was that you talked to? And I know that they're going to press charges against her.
Police are going to press charges. We're not going to file charges. Danielle and I talked. Number one, we don't know what that woman had gone through before we arrived. If she had been held hostage, obviously she's under a lot of stress. She had yelled from that window several times. We had knocked on the door, get away, get away. So obviously this woman's under a lot of stress. Neither one of us was injured by that punch, or we weren't hit by the mace. We're not filing charges. Police are watching the tape. They say they may have to take some kind of action.
And it was kind of, you know, when we were looking at the video, obviously there were moments when the camera was moving and it was off. So she actually did land a couple of punches on you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, as you can see, that was not a woman. That was a hood rat. Look at her overall presentation. She all marked up, full of them tattoos. She loud, she's aggressive, and she's violent. What was so hard about you saying, you know what? Okay, they are on a public street. They're not on my property. I'm going to close my window and go back to watching Maury Povich with my boyfriend that's just sitting in the house and don't have no job. No, she couldn't do that. She had to make sure she go outside and tail them off and go outside with Mace, talking about she gonna bring out a taser and just straight attacking people. That's why I said, man, I can't stand them females. I can't stand to see them. I don't want nowhere around me because at any given time, they can pop off like that. Now, this is crazy. That man said they're not gonna press charges, which they have every right to press charges because this woman assaulted them, and that was a crime. So they being nice to her. Now, what the police do with us is a different story. And she should really be thankful they didn't press charges. But the thing is, I think more charges need to get pressed on these hood rats. I'm going to tell you why. The reason why they're so violent, the reason why they would do what they do is because nobody presses charges on them. Everybody let them get a pass because they are a woman. But a man doesn't get a pass for nothing he does. If that other man came outside and did the exact same thing, that same news people would have pressed charges on that man. But just because she's a supposed woman, which I don't label her as a woman, I label her as a hood rat, because a real woman would not do anything like that. She would have just told him, listen, I don't want to talk, and that's it. She went about her business. She'd have been respectful. But no, not this female or females like her. And I can't stand females like her at all. I can't, because they act like they don't have any sense. Hit me up in the comments, future commentary, subscribe to the YouTube channel. And when they put on this weave, do you you notice their attitude change. They feel more confident about themselves. They feel like the weave gave them some sort of superpowers. And you put, if you cheat, it's over with. I can work anything else out with you, but I can't work out that cheating because you violated